Hello and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Libra for the second part of September 16th through the 30th. Please remember that this is a general reading. There may be some parts that do not resonate with you. Please take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest. You may also want to check out your other signs. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today, dear Libra. It's a good spread. It's a bit of a, it's not hugely, there's not huge problems. There's a little bit of an emotional kind of worry, but that is overcomable, if you will. We do have the swords, so there will be some clarity coming up towards the beginning of October. You're gonna feel a lot of clarity. It's gonna be getting close to your birthday, so you're definitely going to maybe evaluate some things, analyze some things, be kind of analytical in a way. But let's start with the past. In the past position, we've got the Hermit and the Page of Pentacles, and the Hermit is a card of self-reflection. It's a card about looking inside. It's a card about thinking about situations you may have had in your life. It's about a kind of saying, I need a minute, and stepping aside and trying to process what maybe have taken place, or perhaps how you feel about it and how you want to move forward. Definitely it's a card that suggests you may be searching for wisdom, and that means a little bit of growth, a little bit of pain. It's a card of meditation, self-reflection. It's a card where universe kind of guides you in the direction that you need to go, and you have the star in your hand. You're very wise because the light is actually the star, and it's a sign from the universe that you're moving in the right direction. It could be that you are recently had to go through a bit of a dark period, but from darkness comes light. Life is all about cycles, death and life, love and hate, day and night. There's that duality, and the Hermit kind of brings a lot of inner wisdom to a person to make them stronger, more adaptable, to suggest that you need to follow your heart. Don't put aside things that are important to you because they're important to you for a reason. It's a card that suggests that you may not be in alignment with your destiny. You may not be in alignment with things that you want, that you need, because there is an alignment between your heart, your soul, your mind. And when those things don't agree, for example, if you have a job and that you don't really like, but you have to have money, there's going to be a misalignment with your heart and with your intelligence. So it's important to figure out a way where all three things are aligned, because when you are not aligned, it's problems, it's tension, it's aggression, it's stress, it's not seeing life for what it is, and it's a precious gift. It's definitely not very good for love. It's about a person who wants to stand away from the crowd. It's about a person who wants to isolate themselves, who wants to kind of step aside because they need quietness and stillness to think about something. But this person is very wise. This man has a long beard in this card, and long beards usually suggest that there's been a lot of experience in the past that has built a good foundation, that you can rely upon to move forward. Page of Pentacles is a very positive card. It's a good position for the Page of Pentacles to be in positive past position, because that suggests that you, since a certain amount of time has passed, and you have matured and you have become stronger, more experienced, better, and that means more solid in your own, kind of believing in your own skills, believing in your own abilities. Page of Pentacles Pentacles is definitely a card that says you may have been ambitious in the past. You may have wanted several things, various things, and you went for it. Also, a good financial omen as well. It suggests that maybe you were kind of coming into your own, becoming stronger, becoming better, kind of fighting for the things that you want, not in the same way that, for example, a page of swords would fight. A page of pentacles is very solid, very methodical. It's earth energy, so he's all about wanting that security as well. The combination is not the best, but the Hermit is also earth energy, so definitely it's a strong combination that suggests you may have kind of gone through a little bit of a period of instability, but it is in the past. You're far more stable now. It could be that you're reflecting on things so that you can move forward. Maybe you need to revise something that has happened in the past to help you with current situations or people as well. It's interesting that in the obstacle position we have the Nine of Cups clarified by the Sun. The Nine of Cups is a card of fulfillment. It's a card of sitting pretty. It's a card of feeling that emotional happiness where you are kind of content emotionally. Your heart and your mind is aligned and your soul is aligned. A very good card, but not good when it appears in the obstacle position, because it could suggest that you may have gotten the wish that you wanted, but it turned, your dream sort of turned on you, meaning it turned out not the way you wanted it to be, or you somehow became disappointed in something that you really wanted. And maybe it's not what you thought. Sometimes you think you know what you want, and then when you get it, you realize that you didn't know all the aspects of it. Maybe you are coming, realizing that it kind of cost you too much to get that. It could be that your dream is turning into a nightmare. It's kind of not going the right way as you were hoping it to go. It could be that you did get what you want, but you lost it somehow, and maybe you're feeling a little bit sad and disappointed as well. It's definitely a pessimistic kind of energy that is coming from this card. It could be, for some of you, a suggestion that you're struggling to achieve something. It seems that you may be the perfect person and have the perfect experience, and just things be really on track, and yet there's some kind of a block that's just not making it to where it needs to be. And maybe you are feeling a little bit immature, or someone around you is a little bit of immature, and that is affecting you and your progress. Maybe the Sun, also an interesting card to have in the obstacle position, because it's such a positive card. The Sun is happiness. The Sun is all good things, joy, fulfillment. It's a yes card. It's wishes coming true. This person is just this child feels like there's it's like starting out new again. You're just full of wonderful things, because things are going to work out, because the sun is shining and it's great. But in the obstacle position, it could be that the clouds are gathering and blocking out the sun. It could be that you're not feeling that warmth that you may be accustomed to feeling due to a relationship, or due to a working relationship, or due to a friendship or something, where that warmth has been taken away and you feel kind of cold a little bit. Sun is required because it's light, and light shines so you can progress. You can see where you're going, you know what you're doing, and so lack of sun can definitely prevent you from feeling confident, prevent you from feeling powerful. It could be that you are losing a little bit of power. It could be that you're losing a little bit of confidence, and that could be disorienting to you, where you may feel like maybe you're moving into a new chapter in your life and you're not sure how you feel about it. It could be that you're experiencing some setbacks, and that could result in a feeling of pessimism, which you're feeling as a result of both of these cards. One thing, it is important to remember that the sun still shines. The sun's not going anywhere. If it is behind a cloud, it will come out again. And the life cycle will continue. Happy moments do come about. Sad moments do come about. Sometimes in life you have periods, like stretches of time, like 5, 6, 7 years, where things go well, and then maybe things take a turn for not so well. It depends. It depends on your particular situation. In the present position, we've got the Three of Wands, clarified by the Four of Pentacles. The Three of Wands is definitely a very optimistic card. Generally, cards that have this golden kind of background really, tend to be very good omens, tend to be good things coming your way. And even with the sun being in the obstacle, it's still such a positive card that it diminishes negative effects. So, for some, I don't think you may even notice that something is wrong for you, Libra, because honestly, the sun is just an incredibly powerful major arcana card that it minimizes negative effects, as well of the cards around as well. But in the present position, we've got the Three of Wands. It's a man standing on high ground, looking out into the harbor, where he sees different ships coming around. Some people say that ships could represent opportunities that you may see in front of you. Others say that it could represent people, situations, maybe news, some kind of news coming your way. They're coming and they're going. That's important to remember. So there may be some opportunities coming, there may be some opportunities going. It is, again, coming back to that cycle of life. This person's on solid ground. He's high up, so he's able to see what others around him do not see. So definitely, this is a very powerful and a very promising card for good things to come. Definitely. I mean, sometimes it could literally mean travel. Sometimes it could literally mean exploration, adventure, getting on an airplane, getting in a car, and going out of town or out of state or out of the country, maybe on a cruise, or maybe, visiting friends or something abroad. It could mean, opportunity. It could mean, generally this card states represents trade and commerce, so it could be very good for business. And it's interesting that it's paired with the Four of Pentacles, because when you have pentacles appear in your reading, it suggests that financially things are, promising. But one thing that I do see is the Page of Pentacles in the past position and the Four of Pentacles is definitely telling me you are worried about money. Some of you may find yourself in a place where you are kind of thinking about budgeting, thinking about how much things cost and how to, spend money in a smart way. And that is one thing that I like to remind people. There are cultures out there that have a interesting way of looking at money. We sometimes kind of get lost in the rat race. Sometimes we get lost in, oh, I gotta upgrade my car, I gotta upgrade my house, I gotta upgrade my look, I gotta upgrade something. It's we get lost sometimes in that pursuit of status, if you will. But some cultures, interestingly, look at money differently, and the way you look at money and the way you count money may be you need to kind of revise that, because maybe you have enough money and maybe you don't need to have a job that, pays more but makes you unhappy. Money is an interesting kind of commodity. It's an interesting thing. Sometimes when you reach a certain amount, you sort of get tired of money. So definitely, if you're feeling financially restrictive, try and reevaluate how you think about money, how much value you assign to it, how you allow that to manipulate your day or your week or your year or your choice, to go someplace or not to go someplace. There are different ways to enjoy life and not have a huge amount of money. Yes, security is important. Having a retirement account, it's very important. Making sure that you have savings for a rainy day, at least 3 months of savings, to cover all your bills. All those things are very, very important, but you don't build them over night. So if you can shift your mind to think about it positively, then maybe you can move in the right direction after a while. The future position has the Knight of Swords clarified by the Queen of Swords. The Knight of Swords is not the nicest person. He's aggressive, and he understands that he's ambitious. He goes directly for what he wants. He's not someone you stop. I mean, you can't really stop this person. He's on a horse that's kind of flying through the air to the goal that he wants, to whatever it is that he wants. Sometimes people warn that it could be an aggressive person coming your way, so kind of minimize contact. But it could also be your energy pursuing in that goal that you have set for yourself. And this person understands that sometimes in order to get what you want, you have to be aggressive. In order to pursue something that means a lot to you, you have to put in a lot of energy, a lot of thought, a lot of sometimes time and money and whatnot. But generally, this is a positive card. It's the most positive, actually, out of all of the swords suit cards. The Queen of Swords is interesting that she's in a clarifier position. It's definitely about a female that may be intelligent, that may be direct, but she is a bit of an ice queen. She communicates with her sword. She is very she's not super warm. Like, she's not like the Queen of Wands. She's not like the Queen of Pentacles. She's definitely a little bit cold, and it's interesting to me that the Queen of Swords is pointing in the right, in one direction, and the Knight of Swords is pointing in the other direction. So definitely there could be a little bit of disagreement with someone in your family, or maybe a friend of yours, or maybe someone at work. It doesn't necessarily have to be a full-on disagreement, but it's definitely conflicting energies. It could be that you both will reach a resolution, you both will reach a conflict, because both of you may realize that it's better to stand united than to stand divided. It definitely suggests to me that there's a lot of clarity that's going to be coming your way. There's a lot of communication, very clear, very precise communication that cannot be confused. There's going to be a lot of things cleared up. It may not feel very warm at times. It may not feel kind of very comforting even, but it ultimately is going to be really good because it will save you time and energy as well. Let's see if we can clarify some of this reading with the 3 energy oracle cards that I pulled. And they are, we've got Strategy, Woman Holding a Coin, and the World. Very positive. Very, very positive. So the divine is saying to us that you need to have a strategy in pursuit of your goal. Otherwise, there's a very big chance that it may not work out. Sometimes people kind of have a general idea of how to do things, it's very important to write it down. It's very important to keep writing it down, making adjustments, adding detail, subtracting detail. Maybe you need to make a few phone calls, but it's very important to have a really precise strategy. When you're sick of looking at a piece of paper that has your strategy, then you're probably positioned in the most successful way. And the reason you want to write it down is not because it is designed to make you feel like you have to do homework, but when you write it down, you continue further thinking of it and you work on it, and it makes it even better. So definitely, if you want to be a little bit more successful, then you want to write it down. The woman holding a coin suggests that you may have a friend or a relative or a colleague at work that may provide you some advice that would turn out to be lucrative for you. It could be someone who is supportive. Look at this cat. This is a cute little cat in there as well. Definitely people care about you. You are important to people. You have friends. You have people that consider you family. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you get what you want. So definitely, if you pay attention, you will realize that there are definitely lucrative opportunities, and you may feel like you need them because you've got this Four of Pentacles, which suggests you may be holding on to things too tight, where you're kind of maybe even pushing people away because it's not the best energy to have. Pentacles in a reading is usually a very good sign for the financial side of things, but you're definitely feeling a little bit insecure, and it really isn't that you are insecure, it's fear. And fear tells you that you are alive and, that you are aware. So definitely the divine is suggesting to you that there are opportunities around you that you may want to use and strategize really well as well. And of course, the World is a very, very positive card. It looks to me that you may have people in many different places that that may actually provide advice, or just, having a conversation with someone jolts your own ideas into kind of coming together and making some sense. Let's see what answers we've got from the angels as well. We've got, if you believe, meditation brings answers and ask for help from others. So definitely this is, I like to ask for help from others because it comes across strongly from this reading. Definitely there are people that are around you that want to see you do well. So make sure you reach out. Make sure you say hi, even if it's just like saying hi on Facebook or something. There are different ways to reach out. It doesn't have to be face to face, but make sure that you know really well there are people around you who care about you. And definitely make sure you spend some time meditating. It's important to have a little bit of time to yourself where you can just sit in the corner and the whole world be damned. Just the whole world just can go and do whatever. You need a little bit of sanity. You need to remember the good moments. You need to kind of focus on connecting with your spirit to make sure that your mind and your heart and your soul are all aligned. And that is what the meditation helps us do. It helps us stay positive. Thoughts are real things. When you, even in the middle of negativity, when things are going wrong, just do something that makes you feel positive, because that is, incredibly important to make it through difficult times with dignity, to make it through difficult times with your kind of own respect for yourself as well. And definitely, if you believe, it's a reminder from the divine to have faith. Faith is something that is up to every single one of us. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in God. It could be faith in yourself, faith in your ability to solve a problem. It could be faith in your loved one. It could be faith in your in the outcome of a situation. Faith, applies to many different things. Faith in your future self, and I'm sure the future self is kind of like reaching out out to you and suggesting to you, have faith that things will turn out well. And it's interesting that it almost like this card looks like a keyhole, like with the round thing, and it's almost like you put a key in there and you turn and the door opens. So definitely meditation I cannot recommend meditation enough. I hope that definitely you give it a try if you can, and it can be done many different ways. Even if you pause in your car for a second to make a point to think positively, that also helps as well. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Libra. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Please feel free to leave any comments. I enjoy reading all feedback. It helps me connect with your energies as well. Again, if you enjoy my content, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.